Let me tell you. Look at right. You better swallow it.
It's your brother, man, from the motherland, June's the voice, aka Mr. Keep My Foot on All Religious Necks, coming back with another one. This one hurts me, y'all. I'm scrolling, and what do I see? A mother, yes, a mother telling her child to take a sip out of that Henny and drink it. Yes, 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 I know. Yes. A mother's putting a Hennessy bottle to her child's mouth, laughing, recording it, people, thinking it's funny. Yeah. What the hell is going on with us? When did poisoning become parenting? When did liquor become love? Today, we're gonna break this all the way down. Facts over beliefs, no sugarcoat, no filter. All right. So let's play this video one more again. I want you guys to see this video one more time before I proceed to give you what you need. Check this out.
Let me tell you. Look at right. You better swallow it.
So this child's probably no more than, let's say, six max. And a mother thought it was okay to record this child sipping Hennessy and told the child that she had to, what's another word instead of saying that S word? Digest it. Can I say that? She was told to digest it. That's what the mother said. Now, you're going to see another individual sitting there watching. And that's the reason why I decided to do this live. What did we just witness? Huh? What did we just witness, guys? We witnessing a mother and her friend or her mother watching a minor take a shot of Hennessy and being forced to digest this Hennessy. Where did we go wrong, people? Where did we go wrong? Mothers making toddlers sip Hennessy. This is where we going. This is where we going. Some of y'all may laugh. Some may find that angry. But it's too many shrugs. Like, this is normal. Like, this is normal. And then I get it. You know, back in the South, you know, parents used to have their children, you know, drinking moonshine, or when a child was going through their teething, I was told to put a little alcohol around the gums. But is that really something we should be doing? Because studies show that when a child under a certain age consumes alcohol, it does damage to the brain. So can you imagine a child that's teething and you're putting that in their body at a young age? Yeah, it's a small dose, whatever. Yeah. But what happens when that little dose becomes the normalcy? Because the child won't sleep unless it has a little taste of that Hennessy. What happens from there? Huh? Huh? Ain't nothing normal about giving babies alcohol. It's nothing normal about that. There's no way on God's green earth should we be out here giving our children alcohol. Whether you joking, making a prank, want to be seen, is like this social media, I don't know what you want to call it, social media era is doing way too much. And I feel like everybody's doing things for clout, bro. I feel like everybody now in this modern day age that we are in, the age of information, the age of enhanced technology, Everybody wants to be seen. And they don't care what cost. They don't care that ACS is not gonna get involved. Oh yes, baby girl, they're coming for that child. They're coming for that child. We don't care if ACS is involved. We don't care if the government is involved. We don't care what anybody got to say. It's all about how I feel. I am going to do what I want. But guess what? This is what you call child abuse. Point blank. This is child abuse, ladies and gentlemen. Could this be generational trauma? This didn't start with her. It's generational. That's a question. Alcohol was used as a coping mechanism passed down in the hood. Yes, we sip alcohol to get away from the guilt that we or the trauma or just pure struggle and just being a slave, just being a kidnap. You understand? Just that everyday routine, people. We lean on to drugs, we lean on to alcohol, we lean on to pornography, we lean on to the things that's detrimental to us long term because it gives us that quick fix. It gives us that quick, separation. It takes us out of reality. But eventually, that reality that we trying to run away from is going to come so hard that reality is going to lead to depression. Depression is going to lead to frustration. Frustration is going to lead to wanting to unalive yourself or even worse, unalive someone else. But this is the trauma. This is the coping that these people subscribe to us. I repeat, these people subscribe this nonsense to us. Okay? Let's not get it twisted. Mothers and fathers be drowning in their pain and liquor. Kids see it, thinking it's normal. Okay? These are behaviors that we was taught. We see it from our elders. Our elders seeing it from this person and that person. Listen, man, I wouldn't even put it past us that our ancestors were sipping from the boat all the way here. I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past them because when you think about the creation of moonshine, if you know how moonshine is created, you can tell these are people that was just frustrated and just wanted to get away from this heinous reality called slavery. Some of us is still trying to get away from this heinous reality called slavery, but it's even harder to survive, or it's even harder to live now because back in the days when you was a slave, you stayed in one area. There was no level of competing. We wasn't competing with each other. It wasn't men competing with the girls and the girls competing. It was none of that. It was a bunch of individuals knowing that they had to survive. Okay, we turn trauma into tradition, then pass it to the babies. That is genocide in disguise, a behavior that was taught to you guys. I hope you guys are aware of this. Okay? The culture of poison is where we at right now. Hennessy and liquor in hip hop, in celebrations, at funerals, birthdays. Okay? These are the people. This is how these people infuse this nonsense into us. Okay? Liquor companies is profiting, guys, off black pain as targeting the hood. Every celebrity, every rapper, every basketball player, everybody got their own brand of alcohol. LeBron James got his own liquor brand. You know what I'm saying? Who else got their own liquor brand? Kevin Hart got his own liquor brand. The Rock got his own liquor brand. You know what I'm saying? And if it's something that they want to push into the hood, they'll get a black person to push the brand. Like they use Nas to push Hennessy, right? You had P. Diddy with the Ciroc. You understand? You had Jay-Z with the Ace of Spades. Everybody's promoting the poison, but there's nothing beneficial. There's no positive exposure. There's no advertise of husbands and wives. There's no advertise of, being there for the children, and why, double parents or mother and fathers being in these children's lives is important. There's no advertise behind that. These rappers don't advertise that. These rappers don't promote it. Nobody. But the pain, the alcohol, the liquor, the weed smoking all the time. Right? When you see Henny bottles in every song, in every club, and then you see a baby drinking from one, that's not an accident, people. That is called programming. Okay? Who benefits when we poison ourselves? Ask yourself these questions, people. It's not us. We don't own absolutely nothing right now. These people have knocked us into submission. We got to go to them for food. We got to go to them for shelter. We got to go to them for any health situations. We got to go to them. We got to lay down on their bed. We got to get seen by their kind. These people are not playing. And the same people, check this out, the same people that's feeding you the poison are also the same people, I repeat, is also the same people that's working in these hospitals. These doctors aren't black men no more. These doctors aren't black women no more. These doctors are shingy shing shings, Alibaba, okay, and Harrisburg, Steinberger, and whoever. These are the people that's literally catering to your needs when you get sick. And for all the sisters that wanted to be nurses and, be a home health aide and all of that, shout out to you. I'm not knocking the hustle, but guess what, people? They're giving those positions. They're giving those positions to the so-called Mexicans. Right now, as we speak. If I'm lying, I'm flying. You can go check this out. Huh? Go ahead and go check this out. Now, the consequences for the kids, right? Now, for this lady that did this right here, let me play this video for those that just tuned in so you guys can see where I'm talking about right now. Check this out.
Let me tell you. Look at right. You better swallow.
Okay? So, this is a baby. There's an innocent child being told to drink alcohol. Now, the consequences that's going to come with this child right here is she's going to grow up and become an addiction because the alcohol has tampered a pre-brain. When I say pre-brain, it's not a fully developed brain that the alcohol is going to attack her dopamine. When the dopamine gets attacked, this is when you're going to start seeing craziness. I'm going to give you an example of how today's children dopamines is being under full attack. A child that has an iPhone, a tablet, whatsoever, at a young age, take that tablet or iPhone or whatever from that child. They're going to cry like you beat them and you never even touched them. It's because you took away something that was feeding their dopamine. That's why there's excessive amount of sugar in your cereal. That's why there's excessive amount of sugar in your bread. Yes, there's sugar in bread now, people. Go look it up. That's why there's an excessive amount of sugar in your candies and everything that you eat, your sodas, your water, your juice. There's sugar in everything. You know why? Because they know when you feed the dopamine, the dopamine gets fed, it instantly puts you in a state of dependency. And when you are in a state of dependency, you're not going to be able to break out of it the way that you're supposed to, because you're going to wait for something or someone to give you the passageway into breaking free, knowing that the people that's giving you the passageway is not giving you the passageway to be free, people. I just want you guys to know that. Okay? So we know that alcohol damages young brains permanently. Emotional consequences, guys. They grow up thinking alcohol is a part of life from the cradle. What's the future holds? We got the trauma. The trauma is going to repeat itself. They're going to normalize the destruction. You're going to see mothers being pregnant, giving forth, pushing out children under these circumstances, for this child to grow up and end up being an alcoholic. And if he or she is pregnant, they're going to produce children that's going to carry that same DNA. You guys don't understand. Alcohol is spirits. When you go into certain neighborhoods and certain communities, they don't call it alcohol. They call it spirit and wine. Alcohol means body eater. That's what that joint means. It's a body eater. Okay? Think about that. When you give a baby liquor, you're not just hurting their body, you're planting a seed of destruction in their minds. That's how cycles is repeated. And this is what we're doing. Okay? So I want to play another video for you. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I got it. I want to play another video for you guys. And for my sisters, as much as I love you, sometimes I be very disappointed in you guys, because you are literally the backbone to the entire black race. You are the backbone, and without you, there is no us. There's no function, there's no movement, there's no life, there's no vision, there's nothing if it's not with you. And if we are giving our children alcohol and seeing nothing wrong with that, I don't see nothing wrong. Give my child a little wine. If we don't see nothing wrong with that, people, yo, I hate to say this because I'm a black man, and as a black man, you know, you don't want to put certain things into existence, but goddamn, y'all, goddamn, I feel I feel like we are an endangered species, and I also feel like there's no recovery, guys. And there's a lot of pieces that play into the shit that we going through. There's a lot of pieces that play into the shit that we going through. But for me, I feel like it's just best for me to focus on what we got control over. And these are the issues. Okay? I want to play this video. It's 62%, almost finished download. I'm going to play this video for you guys. Bear with me. Just bear with me, people. You know how Brooklyn do, man. I want to play this for you. Like, the disappointment in my sisters sometimes. I love y'all, but we really got to do better. Check this out.
Sheriff Bill Leeper says the young mother, who was only 17 years old, told deputies she thought she was giving cocaine to the baby to help put him to sleep.
Did you guys catch that? 17-year-old mother thought she was giving her child cocaine. Was giving that child cocaine so the child can go to sleep. Let me run that back.
Sheriff Bill Leifer says the young mother, who was only 17 years old, told deputies she thought she was giving cocaine to the baby to help put him to sleep, but it was actually fentanyl.
News for Jack's reporter Marilyn Parker joining us live from Nassau County. Marilyn, she's now in jail, but she said something after she was arrested that's also causing concern.
Yes, the sheriff said as she was being booked into the jail, she told deputies that she might be pregnant again. This case is so disturbing that it is leaving deputies asking, what on earth was this young mother thinking? When Sheriff Bill Leifer started his news conference, he put a baby bottle, then a pill bottle on the podium. From there, the details only got worse.
It's beyond my imagination why a mother would do that to her child.
On June 26th, he says a 17-year-old mother was tired. She wanted to put her 9-month-old son to sleep, so she made him a bottle.
She got the baby's bottle, filled it with formula. Then went into the bathroom and found a pill bottle. She put some of what she thought was cocaine in the bottle.
The baby wouldn't wake up. Deputies.
I mean, you I mean, you wanted this child to go to bed so bad that you was willing to give your 9-month-old baby cocaine. You was willing to give a 9-month-old baby cocaine. Because you wanted him to go to sleep. And I heard the narrative, you was tired. Nobody want to hear none of that. There's not a tiredness in the world that would allow you to think that it was okay to make a bottle for a baby, go into the bathroom, find a bunch of whatever inside inside the pill container and give it to a child to take for that child to never wake up. I mean, you got what you asked for. Your wish came true. It's just not the wish that you wanted. You wanted that, the child to go to sleep and allow you to go to sleep. But now that child is going to go to sleep forever and you will no longer have access to the streets. And for you to be pregnant again at 17, that means you've been sexually active since you was 14, 15 years old. Look at what's going on with our people, guys. Look at what's going on with our people. Who is to blame for the situation that's going on with our people? Whose fault is it? Are we gonna continue blaming the man? Are we gonna continue blaming the European? Or are we gonna look ourselves in the mirror and say, nah, I really is the F up. It's really me that's doing the effery. It's really me that's doing this. These Europeans are just, these Europeans did their job already. They're just waiting for the green light for the massive sweep. They done their job already. When you see them in your community, and I'm gonna talk about that too another time, and that's what the live was supposed to be. It was supposed to be about that today. But speaking to the sister and seeing what I saw early, I was like, damn, I really gotta touch base on this. But these people already, when you see these people jogging in your community, moving into areas that is supposedly the most dangerous parts in particular areas in America. When you see them moving in, jogging, they're there for the green light. Okay? Because they already did what they had to do. They already got us so genetically modified that we don't even know the first principle of being black. What is the first principle of being black, guys? You want to know? The first principle of being black is never disrespect another black man in front of a European or any other nationality. You uphold your black man. You don't talk bad. I don't care what's going on. I don't care how pissed off he made you. When it's pertaining to speaking to them about your own, we're the greatest. No problem. Yeah. That is the first line. Respecting each other the way that you will respect yourself. Okay? And that respecting ourselves, I believe that shit died. I believe that joint is out the window. I believe that our people have yet to recover from slavery. And I don't think we could ever recover from slavery, because as long as you're with the people that enslave you, it's hard for you to love me the way that I'm supposed to love you. It's hard for us to work and be with each other. Like I did a live, I don't know how long ago was this live, right? But in this live, I said, Black people lost any understanding or foundation of love when they was enslaved. Slavery removes love from you, because you will forever be in a state of fear and trauma. And this is part of the reason why we're drinking alcohol, thinking that alcohol is going to ease the pain. Alcohol is not going to do nothing but just make you insane. And if you produce children, that child is going to do the same. And when they do the same, they're going to be drained. And they're going to forever blame every single person about their pain other than them participating in that campaign. You see, when it rhymes, it's because it was meant to go together. So in closing, people, so what's the verdict? That mother thought she was being funny, but she was showing us the sickness in our communities, guys. That's what she displayed. She displayed how we're not together, how we live life for the moment. Everything is a joke. Everybody's self-entitled. We don't care how you feel. F your opinions. F this. F that. This is where we are at in 2025, guys. The community is jacked up. The community is jacked up. The conversations that I'm hearing, the things that I'm seeing, the music that I'm hearing, we are jacked up, people. We are on borrowed time. And for the sister, this is not even no shot. This is pure love when I say this. Here we are, yet another new year. And yet again, there has not been a single exodus that took place. While you guys is supposedly waiting for the second exodus, you guys can't even break down the first. You know why you can't break down the first? Because the first does not exist. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It doesn't. 40 years walking around the forest, according to Hebrew traditions, that body's supposed to be in the ground. Right? So this means this is supposed to be a burial. That means that it's supposed to be bones in those areas. Nobody found any bones. Nobody found any bones. The story is Jack, sis. The story is jacked. I'm sorry. I have to tell you the facts. Do you guys know that Moses wrote his own death? Said, this is where I'm going to die. This is where I'm going to be buried. This is who's going to do the burial. You guys are aware of this, right? You guys are aware of this, right? But I digress. So our sisters is showing us the ignorance that we gotta uproot, guys. We can't keep laughing at our own destruction. We can't keep handling bottles to babies and calling it love. We can't find alternatives and putting our child to sleep. If your child don't want to sleep, then guess what? You got to stay up and wait for this little nigga to go to sleep. That's just how it goes. Just how it goes. Because the same way you had a learning process when you was a child, your child is going through the same thing. And you don't get to dictate how that child is supposed to go about his or she existence. Because you didn't want nobody to intervene in yours. And we got to always keep the same energy at all times. Okay? We got to keep it together at all times, people. Our kids deserve better. Our children, should I say. Our children deserve better, guys. And that's all I got for you, man. Like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Share this video with someone who needs to wake the F up. Join the movement. Facts over beliefs, people. Because this right here, this is a wake-up call. And I am him, Junes, the NBIC. Nope, scratch that. Junes, the voice for the voiceless, aka the voice for all the ACs worldwide. Okay? And I'ma holler at y'all. One.